So first of all, I would like to ask for you both permission to use this video for educational purpose and on the internet.
Sure. Yes.
No problem.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Now, first of all, tell me about how was your life, your daily life before our surgery?
Back in my walk-in, became increasingly aggravated and a lot more pain.
Okay, and you told me something about that in the airport and so on. Tell me about that.
Well, when I got to the airport, I fly out of Chicago and I fly into Minneapolis. I know the airports well because I do it a lot. There's huge distances
Yes, they
from
are.
one gate to the other.
Yes,
and
they
I thought,
are.
I can't do that. So I arranged ahead of time to have a wheelchair service. Pick me up at the gate, take me to the next gate, and they let me sit in the wheelchair till then I did it on the plane.
So you are a very active person.
Right.
You did lots of activities, including golfer. You're a golfer, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Also a tennis player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but with time, just I think about a year before the surgery, you start noticing significant difference in
Right.
your level of activity.
Right.
You couldn't do things.
Right.
Okay. And how bad was the pain when you were doing things? 1 to 10. How bad was the pain?
At the beginning, it was maybe 3 or 4, and then as time progressed, it got up to 6, 7, 8, depending how much I did.
But before the surgery, your pain was 9 and 10, right?
Yeah, it was
Is that
bad.
correct?
It was really bad.
Really
Okay.
bad.
And how was your daily activity before? Like, how was golfing before the?
I just quit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is for somebody who's an avid golfer. That is a big deal.
Right.
Okay. So now we noticed that what you have is what we call grade 2 spondylolisthesis, meaning your spine literally was falling apart
Right.
in between the L4 and 5. And we did that surgery. You look like somebody who had the surgery a year ago, but the surgery just was when?
22 days ago.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Exactly. Almost
How long did you stay in the hospital?
one night.
One night. And how are you now? How's the activity going on?
Every day gets better.
Yeah. And
I can walk farther.
Your pain level?
Pain level's down. You can do more things.
yeah,
You can bend a little more, but you don't want to push it.
yeah. 1 to 10, how bad is the pain?
The pain right now is probably at, I don't know, 1, 2,
One?
3. You know, I'm just starting the day out now.
Yeah, yeah.
As the day goes on, it may
Get a little
get
worse.
a little stronger.
And then that only means that your body still want to limit your level
Right.
of activity, which is normal after surgery. But what do you notice comparing him, let's say a month before the surgery, and now we are almost a month after the surgery? What do you notice? How do you perceive his improvement?
Well, very simply, before the surgery, he was miserable.
Okay.
And he, to walk, to step downstairs, upstairs, everything was very uncomfortable and very painful for him. Even his mental state was, the pain was affecting that.
I hear that a lot.
And
That pain
since
changes.
the surgery,
Yeah.
he's starting to be himself again.
Yeah.
You know, mentally, not quite physically yet, but I would say already 60%.
Okay, and that with the surgery that you stay only one night in the hospital, and I just looked at it, your surgery fixing your back with this screws and these spacers, 4 screw, 1 spacer, our surgery time was 33 minutes. That is all the time that we didn't spend to damage your back. As well, our blood loss was 13 cc, meaning less than half an ounce for this kind of surgery, which is, I think, is a quiet achievement, being able to do this with that little damage. And I think that's why my patient always recover much faster. I mean, you cannot compare that because you didn't have a open surgery, but I'm sure you are in a community that other people have gotten old-fashioned old surgery.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's be a good exercise to go there and just ask about their experience. And I would love to know if you can come back and tell me what you heard about how the other way, the open old-fashioned surgery goes. But overall, so far, happy with what you have, what the improvement has
Yeah, I'm
been?
very happy.
Excellent.
And I'd just like to add, I was shocked that when we arrived home, what he could do.
Mm-hmm. Already.
You know, he wore the brace, but you know, walking up steps, walking. I mean, he
Yeah.
was able to get out and walk. The third day, you know, when we arrived home,
Yeah.
we were both amazed at that.
Excellent. Now, what is the activity level that you have, let's say, this week or in the last few days? How far do you walk? What
Like,
can
right before we left yesterday, I was up to 200 yards, quarter mile, 3 times a day.
Okay, okay. Well, that is pretty good for 3 weeks after the surgery.
Right.
And I'm hoping to put you back on the golf course much sooner than any other surgery. As we see, obviously with the golfing is the long shots are lots of twisting. That can be demanding. So we want you to get to that after the bone is growing. But after our surgery, we see bone growing as little as in 4 months. Whereas after open surgery, that can take easily 10 to 12 months easily before the bone growing. So I'm hoping to get you back on the golf course much sooner. Excellent.
That'd be awesome.
Well, thank you very much
Thank
for the
you.
interview.